Good morning.
We are at Littledean Jail in Littledean in the Forest of Dean, which is in Gloucestershire.
We are indeed. This is like I think is it the world? It's definitely one of the biggest collections of like crime, history, weird, macabre, all sorts of unusual stuff. It's absolutely been before. It's absolutely ram-packed and you never get to see it all. So we're going again and we want you to join us if you would.
Come on. Look, there's gibbets. Look, hanging.
Gibbet. That's what jail frogs say.
That's good.
There's a noose just there. Oh, look at that swaying. Ghostly or wind. It's wind. So they sometimes have things out and about as well. So like before you even get in, got some weird and wonderful stuff.
I think there's a guillotine over there.
Oh, hang on a sec. I'm just looking at the order. Where we look? Oh, there's another gibbet. Give it a rest.
Give it a rest.
Where's the guillotine?
I think it's at the end there.
Oh, let's go and have a... Do you know what? I don't know that I've ever been and looked at this. A guillotine.
There's a hearse.
Right.
Yeah, guillotine.
Okay. So the Halifax...
The Halifax gibbet. What?
Used in Yorkshire. That must be another thing. This must be... Oh no, the Halifax gibbet predates the French guillotine.
Well, I'm confused because I know that a gibbet or a gibbet is the thing that we saw outside, where you put your body in the...
Yeah.
Who
So
knows?
maybe they repurposed the name.
Got some dude in some stocks here.
Yeah, they might repurpose the name. The difference it was saying it's like an axe headlet instead of a blade.
Oh, okay.
It's an
So
axe.
that's the Yorkshire gibbet,
Yeah.
and that's the French guillotine.
Yes,
There we go.
absolutely. And it is cash only. At the time of recording this, it's £10 for adults, £9 for senior citizens, £9 for children as well, and it does say not suitable for children. They have these sort of things all over the website and all sorts as well. If you're easily offended or it's not for kids. It's not for kids. Right, this is
A little occult cell. There's lots of creepy mannequins in here. Some taxidermy. An Anton LaVey book there.
so
Sound effects of a creaky cell.
yeah. The sheer amount that's crammed in here will give you a sort of a foreshadow as to the amount of stuff there is.
On the wall back there, there's an Aleister Crowley death mask like we saw at Morbitorium.
Yes, there is.
But yeah, this is a quick look at how rammed the main museum is.
Yeah, and this is a part of the prison as well. As you can, there's the stairs just there that lead up. I just noticed at the back it says Helena Cell, my man cave on the side right at the back.
I thought that was my name then, Helena Cell.
Helena Cell, that'd be a good stage name.
So first thing that we've seen when we come through the doors is Baphomet, just there.
Oh, hello, he's a bit up close person.
And then there's Chucky, Tiffany, and Jigsaw, and a bear.
Got some medical stuff here as well. It's electric shock treatment machine. Got the medical things.
Yeah, that's scary.
Victorian and 20th century instrumentation used in houses of correction, prisons and lunatic asylums. Purposes of torture, both physically and mentally, as well as for calming down efforts on hard-to-handle male and female mental patients. So, because it's obviously a prison, there's a lot of police-type memorabilia as well. And a massive NASA spaceman.
Look at all these beautiful truncheons.
Look at my beautiful truncheon. Let us know in the comments if you've seen Derek anywhere.
Oh.
There's another bear.
Big old bear holding a beaver.
Oh no, the innuendo police are strong today.
Look, Captain Spaulding! That's so cool. So if you come from my TikTok, you will remember this John Wayne Gacy clown costume and the tiny giraffe.
For some reason.
For some reason. And there it is in its full glory for those that wanted to see the tiny giraffe.
There you go.
It's lovely. Oh, and here's a model of me.
I can't see. All I can see is my own face now. Oh, it's a mirror.
Look, sweat specimen of a shark.
Just in between the books.
It's amazing.
Yeah, is that like a
I think it's
jellyfish
a
or something?
rabbit.
Oh, is it a rabbit?
Yeah, it's a baby bun.
Okay. That's quite a cool.
That looks like Cappuccino's face when she goes meh. Cappuccino is our cat.
Yeah. I was just looking at that. That's a cool skull
Lamp. That's really cool, isn't
And
it?
what's this? This just looks like it's like a model of the prison.
Oh wow, yeah.
So that's where we are. If this was Beetlejuice, you'd be able to see us. You're in there. We'd be like, there we are.
So one of the cool things that they have in here is there's lots of music memorabilia, and in here, this they say is stage wear from Lady Gaga. Now it's signed, but I mean, how genuine things are, I don't know. I'm sure there'll be huge Gaga fans who'll be able to say whether that's real or not. And these are apparently Amy's ballet slippers. But who knows? She did have very tiny feet. She was a tiny girl and a huge talent. So this room is largely a shrine to Peaky Blinders. We're in the cells now. Oh look, there is a shark. And a Fiji mermaid. Oh, you can see my reflection there. What's this? Oh, sword cases made from crocodiles or alligators. I don't understand the difference between the two.
Well, one will see you later, and the other one will be here in a while.
More taxidermy. Look at that. That is huge. Look at them murder mittens. There's some brass knuckles. Lots of little models of policemen.
Let's think about 1829, how our British police force were dressed. When founded by Sir Robert Peel, the police force were then called the Peelers.
Oh, I did wonder about them being called the Peelers. I sort of heard that a fair few times. And there's lots of old weaponry there on the stairs.
Yeah, makes you wonder what's upstairs that you can't get to.
Oh my goodness, I dread to think. And even more truncheons. How many truncheons is too many truncheons? Because he's got a lot.
I wonder if I assume he gets stuff sent to him and he buys stuff.
Yeah.
I wonder if some of these were here as well because of the nature of what it is.
Yeah.
That's what started because there isn't an awful lot of them, like you say. It's like almost too many for someone to deliberately do.
So if you look down past Alex, that's right down into the cells. Now, every inch of this is covered in stuff, just like the rest of the place, really. And this is the sort of craze section. And then, well, maybe not just all the craze, but British gangsters in general. So when we went to the Real Crime Museum in Torquay, I think this was the sort of thing they were trying to do with some of their displays, but there wasn't really any genuine or very many genuine or historical artefacts.
No, it was just stuff from the time.
Yeah, so And I think this is what the type of thing that they were trying to achieve. But
whereas he's got like signed copies of books by the Crays and stuff like that. And there's lots on the wall of pictures and.
Yeah. I mean, that museum did have loads of Charles Bronson real stuff, which we found out afterwards that the guy that owns it is Bronson's son. Speak of the devil. There he is. This room's really quite cool. It's like a bit of a punk shrine. There's Susie and Sex Pistols, lots of Sex Pistols, some dancing crocs up there. But yeah, lots and lots of newspaper clippings. There's a UK Subs vinyl down there. But yeah, it's very interesting. Who knows whether these are genuine? You know that we love a prison door, so it's nice to see sort of an authentic bit of the actual prison structure.
Also, with the sheer amount of stuff, it's nice to see just a bit of the walls.
Keys of Littledean, Bridewell. They're all authentic from the building. Now that's an old cutting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow. That's really cool.
So if you're seeing there's some paintings and stuff that are sort of hanging up. They sort of, I don't know if they announced the bit you're in or whatever, but I think the owner paints them.
There's lots of them all in the same style, so I would hazard a guess.
It is, look, Dave.
Right. Because, this is where we're starting to go through from gangsters and into killers. So is some Dennis Nilsson stuff. There is a letter. We saw, again, at the Real Crime Museum, we saw a letter from in there. And when we were at Shepton Mallet, that's where they filmed a lot of Des, the cell stuff.
Yeah, it's mad how much he looks like in Des.
Yes, it's incredible. And then on this one here, we have a lot of Fred and Rose West stuff. And Fred and Rose West did all their horrible crimes. Well, I think Fred did some up in Scotland, but together it was in Gloucester, 25 Cromwell Street.
Yeah, which is now it's basically a gap in between houses.
Yeah, it's a path
it
now.
Down.
But we saw a load of stuff about Cromwell Street at the old prison cafe. So we'll tag that there if you fancied having a look at that.
Yeah. So it says here that they've actually got Fred West's personal DIY tools, his spade and a fork that they found in the shed when they cleared the place.
What? Let's go have a look. Okay. Well, that tie. I think that tie is discussed in Dark Tourist on Netflix, where they say that it's enough for them, proof-wise, that he's from Gloucester. The guy that gave it to him is from Gloucester, and it's the same tie as in that photo.
Yeah. Got some work boots owned and worn by Fred West. Again, I know we keep saying it, but you take what's on the walls to, however far you want to take it. Some have got authenticity certificates, and actual other things are kind of like, this is the shovel, honest. Yeah, so you've got to take it with a little pinch of salt on some of it. But even so, I mean, just the displays are great. In the sense of, showing what horrible stuff they got up to.
I mean, educational rather than great.
Yes, great. That's why I sort of rephrased myself. Yeah.
There's some Sutcliffe stuff here. Obviously, that's the Yorkshire Ripper.
Oh yes, right there as well.
And then here is some stuff from Rillington Place. Now, I don't know if there is a film about it, but I don't know if it's the most well known. So if you are unaware, maybe listen to a podcast or something, maybe I'll find one and pop that in in the show notes.
Cool, there's a little thing here. The 10 Rillington Place murders, John Christie, the killer who allowed another man to be sent to the gallows in his place. Selection of John Christie's alleged tools of the trade. Salvaged by a macabre souvenir collector at the time. Ex-police constable John Christie was hanged on the 15th July 1953.
And this is, like I say, because Nelson was a Met police officer, so that this is his uniform. There's more letters. We've got some Ripper stuff. So Sir Charles Warren, we mentioned him in our Jack the Ripper video when we went to see the graves. And there's Catherine Eddowes, let's cover those up. These are interesting.
Yeah, so starting with newspapers, blah blah blah. He was General Downsbury, I don't know. Handwritten and signed letter dated 23rd November 1887.
That was my personal.
Welcome to my crib.
Yeah. This is medical torture stuff with some taxidermy thrown in for good measure. I mean, it's pretty cool. I think it's safe to say all of this is authentic.
Yeah. It's got the patina of authenticity.
Yes. Lots of witchcraft bits and pieces. Famous people allegedly killed when trying to leave the Illuminati. Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Eileen Warnos. Her biopic was called Monster, which had Charlize Theron in it.
She's amazing in it.
She was amazing in it,
She
wasn't
looked
she?
nothing like herself.
Yeah, she was executed. And that is a hell of a letter. Who is this from? Hitman Charles Harrison. Oh, it's Woody's dad.
Oh, right, yeah.
There you go.
I forgot about that. Mad, yeah. Mad.
What have we got down here?
This. NBC TV's award-winning Hill Street Blues. An original police uniform was worn by police officer Kofi, played by Ed Marinaro.
That's cool though.
Yeah, it's cool. It's it just shows though. It's just like, oh look, there's that, and there's a Hill Street Blues sign thing there. It's just like, no, that's kind of police. We just got the serial killer, so we got the serial killer here, and then we've gone down to this famous celebrity's hitman dad, which means we might as well go into the movie world, and that's police. And then straight across to Ted Bundy.
And Richard Ramirez up here. And the fact that it's written, I don't know if that's like a party napkin or something.
Oh yeah,
but it's really,
yeah.
It's really like distressing.
That's like, yeah.
That's his hand. And apparently he liked to do that, because there's two.
There's his rendition of The Simpsons. Nice stalker.
There's a little bit more Bundy. I know everybody's a fan.
Yeah.
Some people are a fan.
Well, yeah, this is one of those, that everyone was intrigued by, I guess.
Yeah. And that is after he got an irreversible case of the sleepies.
Oh, look, Casey's brain. That sounds like Stacey's mum. Sing it to the tune of Stacey's mum. Casey's brain, gotta go.
Look at his fat hand.
Fat and Wayne Casey.
That's awful, isn't it? It's like signed it like an autograph.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Wow. Yeah, it's because they saw themselves as like celebrities, I guess.
So he did loads of doodles and stuff, and he would sell them in prison. And he set up like a production line with other prisoners just doing doodles. And then once they'd finished the doodle, he would sign them and send them off and sell them. So whether that's one that he actually did or one that another prisoner did and he just profited from.
Yeah.
But I think they put a stop to it after a while.
Yeah, I'm sure there should be rules about making money like that anyway.
Yeah, it's great. TV actress Helen Mirren used to live here in Littledean. I think not the jail. I think
no, it's just
this was her bed.
Just yeah.
I think
Here,
I think they just mean the town of Littledean.
I don't know. I'm not so sure.
I don't think I'm kicking back where
Helen
the other
Mirren.
Helen.
It's a Helen chill zone right here.
Have a look in there. It's old Sparky.
Chair.
Somebody, just before you sit down, somebody else has already broken that.
Yeah. So I like sitting in big chairs, but not this big chair.
No, that's not the.
It's not a big chair for me. And up here as well, we got Son of Sam. Son of Sam killings.
David Berkowitz. The worst. I just hate how pleased with himself that he always looks.
He looks smug, doesn't he? He's got. Okay. Yeah, quite a few bits
Horrendous.
to do with him as well. Just here as well, we got Heaven's Gate mass suicide. This is the clothing they all wore.
Various clothing garments worn and then packed into suitcases by cult members prior to them committing suicide, sold at public auction by the US government on November the 20th, 1999.
Yeah, and they this is the Halley's Comet one, isn't it?
It is,
where they thought there was a spaceship in the comet, in the tail. So they all killed themselves ready to ascend into it. Yeah. There you go.
Thank you for joining us for a look around Littledean Jail.
Yes, so much to see, so much to take in. Hope you enjoyed it.
Yes, it was amazing, but I must apologise if you caught anything in shot that was offensive. We tried our best.
Yeah, we did. We tried to avoid what we could. Like we said, don't come here if you're offended by this sort of thing, but it's fascinating. A lot of stuff, and the collection is huge. We didn't see it all again. So yeah, thank you very much for joining us. If you haven't already, we'd love it if you'd subscribe and become part of the Creepy Crew. We do this we release one every single Thursday, and we do this very often. 7 p.m. There we go, exact. So yeah, please join us and hit the like and share this with someone else who'd like it. So see you next time.